This wasn't a drone strike. This wasn't a warning shot. On Christmas Day, the United States launched cruise missiles at ISIS targets in northwest Nigeria, and the Pentagon released the video to prove it. What just happened? On December 25th, U.S. forces carried out a powerful military strike on ISIS camps in Sokoto State, Nigeria. These weren't small weapons. They were Tomahawk cruise missiles fired from a U.S. Navy warship positioned off the African coast. According to reports, more than a dozen Tomahawks were launched, each capable of flying hundreds of miles and striking with pinpoint accuracy. The target. The missiles hit ISIS-linked militant camps believed to be connected to Islamic State Sahel, a growing extremist network in West Africa. U.S. Africa Command says multiple ISIS militants were killed. No civilian casualties were confirmed. The strike was coordinated with Nigerian authorities. Nigeria later confirmed the attack was part of ongoing U.S.-Nigeria security cooperation, including intelligence sharing. President Donald Trump announced the strike himself on Truth Social, saying the operation targeted ISIS fighters responsible for brutal attacks on civilians, especially Christians. He framed the strike as a response to weeks of escalating violence and ignored warnings. The timing? Christmas Day, a message loud and unmistakable. This strike stood out for one major reason: no drones, no Hellfire missiles. Instead, the U.S. used naval cruise missiles, a weapon usually reserved for major military operations. That signals higher threat level, stronger warning to ISIS, a clear show of American power far from home. Pentagon footage showed missiles blasting off from a warship, streaking into the night. Nigeria's violence is complex. It affects both Muslims and Christians, fueled by extremism, armed banditry, land and resource conflicts, and kidnappings for ransom. But this strike marks a major escalation in U.S. involvement, and it adds to a growing list of overseas military actions under Trump, despite earlier promises to end endless wars. Will this weaken ISIS in West Africa or pull the U.S. deeper into another long fight? One thing is certain: even on Christmas, U.S. warships were firing, missiles were flying, and the global war on terror didn't pause.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.